Alright, y'all. So over the weekend, I decided to try my hand at with my new tools. Get a little bit better at controlling them. Working on polishing up the outside of the head before I start working on the ports this week. Just gave it a first little bit of shine on the exhaust side here. I use the burrs I have to cut the connecting pieces here between the ports. And there was a this flange here came all the way out, flush, and then come over. So I nibbled that off, rounded the corner over nicely, and went to polishing. The intake side's not polished at all yet. I just got it smoothed out. I just started putting a little bit of shine on this side. And I think it's going to look nice when it's all finished up on top of that yellow block. Just wanted to show you what I got done over the weekend. Don't look like much, but might as well while I'm waiting on parts, make it shiny. I'll keep on polishing more as I go. By about Wednesday, I should be ready to actually start the porting. I should have the rest of the parts and stuff in I need for that. But I'm going to get it finished polished first and give it another good washing. Then I'll start doing the porting. Alright, y'all. It's been a couple days. Over the weekend, I decided to go ahead and polish up the outside of the head while I was waiting on some more tools and get some practice in with my tool control. Before I went and did the port matching and polishing inside, I had to wait on some die cam and my gasket set. But I don't think it turned out half bad. It's gonna look pretty nice on top of that yellow block. I got a little bit more polishing to do on the valve cover and the front cover, but the head itself's all shined up. Also, my Niue valve seat cutters have arrived today in the mail. I just put them in this little plastic baggie. So that's what I'll be using to do the 3-angle valve job on here. But that'll be the last thing I do after I do the porting and get all this smoothed out in here and polished up nice and shiny. I'll do that right before installing the valves and new springs and all that. But, go ahead and take this cover off of here. And the front cover. It's just sitting up there. I'll stand this up a little bit. That was a lot of polishing. This thing is intricate. But even got the backside where nobody's gonna see. Yeah, actually looks better upside down when the light can actually reflect off of it, but that was a lot of dremeling and sanding and grinding. But I figure if I can do it to all these little nooks and crannies out here without marring it up, I should be able to get down in here in the bowls without hitting the valve seat. Now I'm going to put a little piece of hose over the chuck of the Dremel, so even if it does kick and knock over the side here, it won't gouge or tear up anything. I'll be doing the same thing with the die grinder when I go to using it. But really, they aren't too bad. The intake side's not bad, but the exhaust side has a little bit of a lip here under as leaving the bowl. You can't see it, but you can feel it. So I'll be smoothing that over. I'll do a little bit on the intake side, but it's mostly that. And getting rid of them little casting marks and the carbon buildup and crud in here. It ain't too bad, but it's a little bit rough. Every little bit helps, and if I'm going to go through all this trouble of doing it, well, I might as well do it right. Give it everything I got. But now normally on these heads there's little connector pieces that go between the ports, and this normally extends up and then comes over at a 90-degree angle And I just milled that down, and I got rid of those pieces that went in between. Some of the raised lumps that just served no purpose other than being in the way of me polishing it. Just made it a whole lot easier. But I'll be back with you tomorrow night when I get started on doing the ports themselves. Had to do a lot of cleaning up in here tonight before I could record this. As you might imagine, the floor was covered in aluminum and buffing wheel and black compound, and well, I am too, so you ain't seeing me tonight.